So here we are at Katie the yoga teacher's house doing her spring declutter of all her precious notebooks and notes from 10 years of learning how to be a yoga instructor, come on, inspirational queen, guru of insight and poetry in motion. And that is her characteristic as a yoga teacher. She's poetic, intuitive, and she takes you to new universes within your pre-existing body. And that's a good deal. No flux capacitor needed. So, step number 1, you get all the shrapnel and all the lack of harmony of all your pre-existing storage methods from the 80s, 90s and 70s, all the greatest hits, and you throw them away. There's a process to throwing away. When something is deemed rubbish, you don't screw it up because that takes your adrenaline. You just nicely fold it in an asymmetrical way. That's how the Japanese use their chopstick protector rubbish folding technique. That's the rubbish goes behind you. It's in your past. And all the things that are useful go into these clear folders. You buy 100 of these, 200. They open at one end, 2 ends, you slip things in, and you end up with big stash of things that you can clearly see what they are. The Indira Mohan workshop, Coral Bees workshop, and then they go in A4 size Muji clear drawers, box drawers, and there's no wasted space, no triangular wasted space of those clip folders. No need to buy a hole punch, no need for staplers. So stapler, hole punch, folders, all in the bin or op shop if you want to burden someone else, and you never buy them again. Life gets so simple. And when you want something, it takes 5 seconds to see what you got. These came with a white patch. Poor Katie.
I don't mind.
She doesn't mind. I usually recommend you buy hundreds of these low tack stickers, and you have one colour that you love that inspires you. In my case, it's this pink, which is always in your handbag. And you write what the folder is, if it's not obvious. In this case, we found some notes from the Australia Yoga Conference 2014, Joy of Yoga, and Katie said, this is what I need to read when I'm in a low mood, and it will bring me up straight away. So the folder name is Mood Rescue. You organise your folders according to your future rather than your past for much of your content. Some is just museum of my past, it's where I came from. Others is I need this before I start with new students, or I need this when I'm feeling down, or I need this for Christmas, or I need this for my sister's birthday party when I'm going to do a yoga thing for her. So it's great to know forward. And we've discovered a few new things. Get the scissors and just cut things out of the spiral. Don't have to tear. Tearing gets your adrenaline up. This is as hard a job as it is. We want to make it easy. And these go in the bin.
Behind you.
Behind me! She's learning! Not behind her. And what's been good about this process for you, love?
I feel that I can actually use all this beautiful information, all these trainings that I did and people that I trained with, because now I'm going to have a folder out in the morning when I go downstairs to do my yoga practice, and I can look through it, get some inspiration, try some of the practices. Some of them I haven't seen for 7 years, 8 years, but they're beautiful and they're important. So now I get to have them in my life.
So this is the permaculture principle of right thing in the right place, having something close at hand where it can be used. If you can't see it, you don't own it, is a rule for all my declutters. So it's make things visible when you want them and not visible when you don't. So she doesn't have to keep paying for new workshops, she can just relive the old ones. How much money is that going to save you?
Oh, I'm not worried about saving money because I love spending money on yoga.
Whoa.
But I also love knowing I'm getting the most out of the good things I've already done.
So it's making maximum digestion of what you've already got.
Yeah, maximum absorption.
Maximum absorption. Nice. Is this unpleasant?
No, I'm having a great time.
She's having fun. Was it pleasant before you started? Or
No,
attractive?
it was very unattractive because everything was just so colourful and all these shapes.
Colours and shapes. Like a rubbish bin?
It was a lot like a rubbish bin.
Yeah. So before you start, you do not want to start. Once you've started, it's fun. Remember this.
If you know
Trust
you're
me.
making it more beautiful, yes, it is fun.
And beauty helps. This is going to look like an apple store.
Clear,
Clear.
inviting, solution, not problem.
Yeah, looking at the solutions. I'll help you too.
Thank you.